Never fails. There's always a damn bill. Well, good morning, everybody. It is first thing in the morning on Wednesday, the 9th of June, 2021. And one of our first projects up today is this. Now, it isn't Ranger, and it isn't Gizmo sitting in the weeds there next to him. But, yeah, it is that grass. That is the backyard, and it hasn't been mowed yet. So I guess I better get on that this morning. Yeah. Anyway, stay tuned. We got a lot of little projects coming up today at the farm. I'm Farmer Dave. Hope you enjoy it. When I tell you this grass in the backyard is a little bit tall, check this out. Yeah, that is above my waist right there. I got to be careful though, because there is some things I want to save out here in this grass, like right there. That is what they call the silver dollar plant. There's a few of those growing out here on both sides of the sidewalk, so I got to be kind of careful. These little round things turn into a little white thing that looks like silver almost. And that's a seed pod for a plant that blooms white and purple flowers every spring. Kind of neat little plant. I think what I'm going to do on this first round on this is take the bag off and raise it up real high, the mower deck that is, and have at it. Unfortunately, I have to bag that over there underneath that crabapple tree, because there is a burr, like a sand burr, growing under there. So I got to try to get all that sucked up and disposed of. Anyway, no sense in putting it off, so I guess we better get at it. Yeehaw! That doesn't look perfect, but it looks a lot better than it did. I'm going to have to attack that weedy mess over there underneath that crabapple tree at a later date when I have a way of disposing of those burrs. So I think what I'll do for now is let this grass relax, because it's been trampled. A lot of it is laid over flat. So what I will do is let it relax. It'll get a little water today. That'll make it stand up so I can do a finish mowing job of it and cut it down a little lower. Plus I need to get some water on the lawn here for the trees and whatnot, and across the driveway on the hazelnut tree. So yeah, I'm going to rig that up here right quick, and we'll get some water going in the backyard. As long as I'm driving by, I might as well show you what the latest is with the sugar factory, that their drying chamber here. They're stripping it down so they can get all the damaged metal out, so they can start replacing it so they can rebuild it. Yeah, quite the project they got going on there. As noted in a previous video, this little poor pine tree didn't make it through the winter. So, yeah, as you can see, it's just a stub, really. Yeah, nothing left there green at all. So, out it comes. Yeah, no roots to speak of. So, we're going to transplant that with a new one right quick. Okay, all I'm doing now is building up some of the soil around that area as a water retention deal. And I'm going to stick the shovel down there. Uh-oh. Gopher hole. Son of a gun. I could tell that the minute I stuffed that shovel down in there, and felt like there was nothing there. Yep, there's the gopher tunnel right there. Damn little buggers are just an absolute nightmare. Well, let's see if we can't pack that full of some soil, and we will, pardon my legs, get the water nozzle going here. And we will fill that full of water prior to putting in that new tree. Plus, we'll make sure the little flag's marking that spot. Anyway, I'm going to soak that up. Yeah, that water's all running right down in that gopher hole. Dadgum. I ever mention I hate gophers? Okay, I moved up the side by side a little bit. And that gopher hole right under there. Yep. Now, the little tree we got to go in there is in one of these little plastic baggies from Working Forest deal, whatever that is. Anyway, it has a lot of new starts on it, as you can see, the new little candles, which is a good thing. We will very carefully get it out of this plastic bag. It's been in this thing now for heaven only knows how long. We will very gently remove it. There's the root ball. There's the top of it. We will very gently remove it, which I just did, and we will put it in the ground here. I'll toss this plastic. And yeah. I'll start plugging up that gopher hole. I don't know if it's active hole or not. I hope not. Wash some of this mud off my fingers. Stand the little tree up and pack some of this dirt back in around it. I'm kind of having it tip this way a little bit towards me, simply because the wind blows from the west really badly here. So maybe the wind will straighten it up a little bit as it grows. At least that's the theory I'm working on. Now, while I'm down here waiting for that to fill up, I got one for you. We all know that when a chicken lays an egg, it sounds like yeah, I get a little high pitch. You know what one sounds like when it lays a square egg? Oh my gosh! Oh! I know, that was a real clanker. Okay, well, I'm going to let that little mound of dirt right there, that little reservoir around that thing, finish filling with dirt, or finish filling with water. And we're going to call this one done for the day, and I'm going to get on to watering the rest of them out here in this tree line. Yeah, in case you caught it in the last video, I'm planting these out here for a visual break from the neighbors that like to peek over the fence. It's kind of hard to get an afternoon siesta when you got this thing dive bombing your happy butt. Yeah, here he comes. Hold on to your hats. Yay! little bit of fertilizer today. Here he comes back from the other way. Wave hi. Now, after you've seen these crop dusters work in these fields for a number of years, you get real used to figuring out what they're doing. This particular one is applying a pelletized fertilizer as he's coming by. If you ever get a chance to look under one of these things, there's like a big flat wide funnel right underneath the fuselage, and that's where the pellets are being ejected at. If he was applying a liquid, either fertilizer or insecticide or whatever, there would be a series of pipes hanging under each wing with some spray nozzles on it, and you would see a big white plume of mist coming out the back end of this airplane. Where this is just that pelletized stuff, I'm not going to worry about being out here. It's not toxic to me or anything, unlike some of the pesticides would be. So if he was putting down some liquid stuff, yeah, I wouldn't be sitting out here talking to you. There he comes again. There he goes again. Well, heck almighty, here comes another one. There he is right there. The Life Flight helicopter heading back to the Twin Falls Hospital there at St. Luke's. Yeah, I don't know if you can see him, but there he goes. Apparently, my house must be right on the flight path, because every time that St. Luke's medevac helicopter takes off from the Twin Falls Hospital there and heads south towards Salt Lake, flies right over this house dang near, or always does. Yeah, close anyway. I was talking to a friend of mine that owns Lewis Aviation over at the Twin Falls Airport one evening. We had just watched a B-1 Lancer of all things come in and do a touch and go and hit the burners and shot straight up in the air. That was kind of a neat deal, until we realized it was shattering windows out of his hangar. Anyway, I made some comment about that. It was a really smooth landing that pilot did. And Darryl looked at me and he said, "No such thing as a smooth landing. They're all controlled crashes." Think about that one for a minute or two. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. Thought I'd take a second here to show you what I was talking about on the top links. This back one back here, that is a normal top link, and of course the ends are screwed out a little bit. That's the one we've been using on Stinky, and this is the new short one for Skylar's John Deere B. And if I hold it up here, you can see that the length of the housing on the normal one is about the same length as this new one is overall, without the ends screwed out. So yeah, a lot shorter top link, and I think that'll work just fine on what we're wanting to do with that John Deere B. When we get Skylar's tractor out, we'll get that on there and have a little bit of a video on that one as well. But for now, I think we're going to leave it at that. The clouds are starting to come in. The wind has been out of the north most all morning, and now it's out of the northeast. So that's a good sign that we got a storm coming in. So yeah, I think that'll wrap up today's little video on everything going on here at the farm. Spent 3 hours watering all those little silly trees and went through 2 tanks full of water. This thing here, again, went through 2 of them today. So yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up like I said. So if you would, right down there, don't forget to click on subscribe. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Let us know what you think in the comments. Just keep them clean, because there are kids that watch. And don't forget to tell all your friends and family about the channel. Maybe we can get some more subscribers. Last I checked, we were up to 106, so we're gaining on it. Anyway, catch y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.